Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel and the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here. And, you know, I've been feeling pulled to do a reading with these Two Cents from Heaven deck. So somebody definitely, or some of you definitely have some messages that need to come through from your ancestors, from your family members that have passed on to the other side, from heaven, right? There's just some messages that need to come through. So we have this first deck. This first deck is that Two Cents from Heaven, kind of the postcards with the beautiful messages on them. Okay, so we're going to get one of these for you in this message, Aquarius. Then this is my new advice deck, and that was another deck, the advice that they would like to give you or like to come through with this if there isn't some, and or in addition. And then this is kind of an angels deck, kind of what something that they would either like to tell you or somebody that you can call upon, an archangel or an angel to assist you or to guide you with this time for one reason or another. Aquarius, this has been coming through for the last several days, but it feels very, very important at the time of recording this. So somebody really, it's a very important message for somebody. If you're called into this message, Aquarius, is what's coming through, then this message is definitely for you. It's going to be specific for somebody, very specific, like yeah, very specific for somebody, and really needs to come through. Somebody really needs to hear this. It's almost like it's a dire message. It's a very important message. Okay, now as a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of the new and returning viewers, subscribers, and the channel members. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. And my tone, some of you may have noticed, has changed a little bit because it does at this point feel like this is a very serious message, and so my serious voice has come out here, and sometimes my serious voice is a bit quieter. So yeah, a little bit of a shift, Aquarius. So for some of you, this is a very serious message coming through. It's very important, very serious, and so a little bit of a shift in my tone, and Spirit's indicating for me to do this a little bit different, and that this is the one that needs to come through. So let's focus on this real quick. This one card, Aquarius. What is this message that needs to come through? The Two Cents from Heaven, or your message from your ancestors, or your loved ones that have already, you know, transitioned. Let's see what this message is. It says, "Dear you, oh my, things are stirred up and changes upon you. This is cause for celebration." Don't you love that insight, Aquarius? Oh my, I'm going to read that again. Oh my, things are stirred up and changes upon you. This is cause for celebration. Isn't it a beautiful way to think about things in the form of a celebration or a cause for celebration instead of a cause for worry, instead of a cause for anxiety or panic or right frustration? Isn't that a beautiful way to think about it? So right off the very bat, in the very first sentence or two, Aquarius, you have this cause for celebration. So when things are happening, I'm just gonna, what's coming through, okay? What Spirit is bringing through in addition to this, before even going any further, when things are happening, when it feels like you're being challenged, when things feel chaotic, it is a cause for celebration, not a cause for the other. When even though it can be hard or it can be painful, right? When people move on or transition, or our loved ones, right? It is a cause for celebration. You hear all of the time, or a lot of the time, or at least I do, maybe you don't, that it is a celebration of life, right? A celebration. It gets to be, yes, we get to grieve. Yes, we get to be sad. Yes, but we get to move through that, and we get to move into that state of celebration. So that was really, really big coming through in that first couple sentences. Okay. Now I'm going to start all over again because I went on a little tangent or a rant there, or it came through. Okay. Dear you, oh my, things are stirred up and changes upon you. This is cause for celebration. No need to be nervous, but know that it's okay to be afraid when faced with uncertainties of life. The funny thing is that courage doesn't get mustered in the absence of fear. Powerful. Courage doesn't get mustered in the absence of fear. Rather, in spite of it, or even because of it, step into the unknown now. Let go of the branch you are clinging to. Yes, like that. Oh, yes, okay. And let spirit take the wheel and help steer you to your highest good and most wonderful adventure. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. Leave the rest up to us. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. So some of you may be getting a package as well. Okay. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. Remember what philosopher Joseph Campbell said: take one step toward the gods and they will take 10 towards you. We're all doing the destiny cha-cha-cha on your behalf. That's right. Don't be afraid to dance. Love you always, okay? Some of you may have been invited to a dance or something where there's a dance involved as well, and you're being reminded to, yeah, say yes, go. Something that I also find interesting is I did a pick a card a while back that this actual card was in as well, so I might link that at the end, okay? Now let's go ahead and see what advice needs to come through really quickly, as it looks like my battery's gonna die. Hopefully that does not actually happen. Let's see what advice needs to come through. This one is a little, what is the advice, Spirit? What is the advice? Okay, you have always be curious, never stop learning. Okay, and stop telling people what they want to hear. Wow, Aquarius. So some of you have really kind of allowed yourself to kind of fall into a rut is what's coming through. So you're being reminded, your ancestors, your 2 cents from heaven, right? The advice is always be curious, never stop learning. So it's time for you to kind of get out of that place of being like, oh, well, I already know, I don't need to learn anything else. It's time to start learning again. Okay. So yeah, it's time to move back into that state of being curious, or being kind of naive even is coming through, right? Where it's not that you have to, or that you feel like you know everything. If you are the smartest person in the room, is coming through, you're in the wrong room, period. Okay. All right. And then you also have stopped telling people what they want to hear. So some of you have really, really been in that space where you're like, okay, whatever, whatever. And oh yeah, this almost like this yes person. Okay. And your ancestors, your, spirit, the people that have already passed over, that, right? They want you to stop that. Stop being a people pleaser. Stop being a yes person. Okay. What is it that you actually need to say when people are asking you questions? Answer them truthfully. Don't just be like, oh yeah, that looks good. Oh yeah, that, yeah, sounds good. Oh yeah, oh, I'd love to eat there. Whatever it is, right? Actually be like, oh no, this needs to, or that, or whatever it may be, and you're gonna know specifically, because this is very specific for somebody specific. Okay, somebody needs to hear that. All right, stop saying yes, or stop telling people what they want to hear. Okay, it's okay to say no. It's okay to tell the truth, even if that truth sometimes is painful. Tell it in a way, right, that is going to be beneficial and not hurtful, I guess, is what's coming through. But you know what you need to do, Aquarius. It's just somebody is coming through with this reminder, some people. And you've got Merlina. You are confused and decisive because you do not have enough information. You see, do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. So some of you, that may be, right, why you've gotten these two: the always be curious, never stop learning, and stop telling people what they want to hear. It may be because you are confused. So call on Merlina, right? And allow yourself to actually get some potential good insight or advice, maybe through your dreams, maybe through conversations, or even the radio or the TV, right? There's information that's going to come through. But also, for some of you, do some research or seek expert advice before making a decision, okay? Right? So this coming through again, it's cause for a celebration. Things are stirred up and changes upon you. That may be why you're feeling confused, Aquarius. I do intend and hope that this is going to answer some questions for you, okay? Don't be afraid to dance. Some of you need to get up and move. Some of you need to really allow yourself to get out. Others of you, it's time for you to really kind of let go of a need to control, okay? of really either controlling conversations, whatever it may be. But this message really needed to come through. So whatever it was, whatever part it was, let go of the branch you're clinging to. Okay, step into the unknown now. Okay, whatever you're confused about or indecisive about, it may be unknown territory, and it's time to step out. It's time to let go of the branch. Let yourself go into the highest good and most wonderful adventure. Okay, this is just gorgeous. If you need to listen to this again, Aquarius, but it's not coming through. We've had a little bit of clarification, but the clarification is yours within this, Aquarius. Okay, so we had the messages that come through with each one, but Spirit is indicating, and your ancestors, right, and your relatives that have maybe already passed over, or calling down or sending messages down from heaven, they're indicating that you already know, that there doesn't need to be much more clarification. So I don't need to clarify this much more, Aquarius, because it's very specific, it's very important, and it's for someone specifically. So that is you, and you are going to know what all of this means. Okay. All right, I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love. I'm always rooting for you. I'm always cheering for you with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.